I make $20,000 a month from home with this one skill. And in a minute, I'm going to show you what it is. First, most women spend their lives chasing those 10K months or 20K months, and they never actually reach them. And it's not because they're not smart enough. It's because they're not learning the right skills, the income producing skills. And believe me, that was me not too long ago. I was fired out of college from every corporate job that I ever tried to do. I bounced around from career to career, and I even started my own coaching business and made no money for over a year. I remember watching other moms living the luxury life that I wanted and just being like, what am I missing? And then I learned this one skill that completely rewired my confidence, my income, my beliefs, and my identity. And then I started hitting those 10K months, 15K months, and now I'm making consistent 20K months from home. And in this video, I'm going to show some honest advice that I wish somebody would have told me and prevented me from struggling for so many years. I was optimizing for the completely wrong things. I decided to become a manifestation coach. I spent over a year building this business, investing in all of the best coaches, learning how to message, learning how to create graphics, learning how to make my Instagram page really, really pretty. But I had zero clients. I literally remember running a free masterclass on manifestation and nobody showed up, like literally crickets. So the problem is that people had no idea what I was actually doing because I didn't know how to sell. A lot of people tie a negative connotation to sales. Like, how many times have you heard that sales is sleazy or sales is slimy? I hate being pushy. And if you subconsciously believe that you're gonna block yourself from being able to sell and make money, which is what you need to do if you want to be a business owner. But I want you to think about, why do you think that they teach us like in school, or that we have all these programs from growing up that like bad to talk about money, you want to stay humble? Why do you think that we avoid these hard conversations? It's to keep us disempowered and broke. So it's not your fault to have these limiting beliefs, but it is your job to overcome them. Point number 2, stop waiting until you're ready. Stop waiting till the time is right, because as we know, the time is never going to be perfect, and you got to make time for the things that are important to you. Other moms, other women that are no different than you are making $20,000 from their kitchen table at home. I promise you. And it's through sales. One of the biggest lies that we tell ourselves is that the time's not right, or we need to wait until we're more confident, when obviously, if you're here, you're a smart woman, you know the confidence comes after you take action, after you put your reps in and you learn the skill and you start making some money. It's not the other way around. So here's what the financially free women are actually doing behind the scenes that nobody actually talks about. They learn sales. And specifically, this is a skill where when you get really good at it, you can be making $2,000 to $5,000 in commission per call. And a call is usually about 45 minutes to an hour. And the best part about it is that you don't even need to be a coach or a business owner yourself. You don't have to be showing up on social media, learning how to run a business. There's businesses that hire salespeople. So you'll be closing deals for an already successful business. Most of these calls are taken over Zoom. So it's a Zoom call so you can see the other person. Body language matters, tonality matters. And the other best thing about it is that these are warm inbound leads, meaning you're never selling to like your grandparents or your aunt or your uncle or your friends on Facebook. It's literally people who come to the business. They're interested in working with a coach or the offer owner. They probably fill out some sort of form, and then they book a sales call to get more information and possibly sign up. And you are the one that gets to take that sales call. And you make 10 to 20% in commissions. So if you're selling a $10,000 offer, you make between $1,000 and $2,000 every time you close. The whole reason that I started this academy is because I saw a major gap in the conversation. People are doing sales the old school way, the pushy way, the masculine way, the gross way. People can literally smell out a commissions breath salesperson within minutes on a call. So the way that I teach it is the way that nobody else is teaching it. It's the perfect blend of feminine, empowering kind of sale, and also a blend of the masculine and being able to be a leader and have hard conversations with people so that they can get over their limiting beliefs and realize that the only thing that's holding them back from getting to where they want to go is themselves. Inside of Sales Shark Academy, we focus on serving the other person. We completely detach from the sale or needing the sale, and we ask, how can I help this person. And when I started doing this, my closing rate skyrocketed. And trust me, I have been in sales my entire life. I started off selling smoked salmon, and now I get to wear fly outfits and sit in my house and close $200,000 worth of deals for other coaches. And I make between 10 and 20%. So just so you know, the women making some real money online, they're not always coaches or even having to show up on social media. They're the silent killers behind the scenes. If this is hitting, if you are feeling this, then you know the truth. And it's that financial freedom is not going to show up knocking on your door. You got to create it. Inside of Sales Shark Academy, I teach women the art of sales, and I teach it the right freaking way. We help you become a complete shark at sales. And not only this, we help connect you with a closing job so that you can start making income immediately. I'm very well connected in the coaching industry, and coaches come to me all the time looking for closers. So it's your job to interview and keep interviewing until you land a closing role. Point number 3 is that women, hands down, make the absolute best salespeople. Women are perfect for sales, especially moms. Until you learn the art of sales and sales the right way, everything that you might think about sales has to do with masculine energy, being pushy, being slimy, being gross, using pressure, manipulation, not taking no for an answer. But that's not what we do as women, and that's why we make better salespeople. Feminine sales is actually about listening, not talking. It's about asking the right questions and helping people change. That's really all that it is. It's facilitating change and helping people get unstuck and ultimately transform their lives. The reason I say moms make really good closers is because we're basically selling every day when it comes to negotiating with our kids. We know how to problem solve, we know how to listen deeply, and we know how to stay calm when there's chaos or when people go into fight or flight. If you can deal with meltdowns from your children in public, you can deal with an objection, I promise. So don't worry about it feeling masculine or inauthentic. When you learn sales the right way, people are literally thanking you as they're handing over their credit card information. That literally just happened to me last week. The person was like, "Thank you so much for helping me get out of my own way." That's when you know you did it right. Point number 4, it's time for you to get over your fears and get a little uncomfortable so that we can finally step into this version of you that you know you can be. So I'm going to roll through some common objections that you might be thinking and why they are simply not true. They're limiting beliefs. I don't want to be too pushy. I don't want to be pushy in sales. Neither do I. And that's why I teach feminine, empowering sales that never feels pushy or gross. I don't have time. I'm a mom. There's no time. I am a mom as well. I work about 12 to 15 hours a week. So I have a nanny come in, and I make more than my husband's corporate salary. I've failed at so many things before. Welcome to the human experience. I have had 0 people show up to my masterclass. I have been fired from almost every corporate job that I've ever tried to get, and I have failed more times than I can count on all my fingers and toes. Failure is just part of it. There's always a lesson attached, and it's just how you're going to get better. I don't know, sales just feels so icky. That's because you've only been taught the masculine way. So if you're here, I know that you're like me, and I know that you know this, but the scariest part about all of this, it's not actually learning the skill of sales. It's staying exactly where you are and living a life unfulfilled. I want you to think about, how would your life be different if you started making $20,000 a month? What would change? And isn't it worth overcoming this little bit of fear or uncertainty in order to achieve your dreams? So here's my honest advice. Stop waiting for the right time. Stop waiting for permission. Just jump into sales, and in 90 days or less, you can have a completely different life. So if you are ready to learn the one skill that is going to create serious financial freedom for you, and you don't even have to be a coach or an offer owner or do that whole thing, but if you are a coach and you already have your own offer, this course is really going to help you make a ton of money, because obviously if it's your own business, you're going to be able to keep 100% of what you close. So book a call. The link is below. I'll show you how it works. I'll show you how women are landing closing roles and making serious income. I'm talking 10K, 20K from home with 0 experience. And if you want to see more about what it looks like in real life, watch this next video. It's my personal journey to becoming a high ticket saleswoman making $20,000 a month as a mom. It's going to show you exactly what is possible when you decide to bet on yourself and go all in.